So today we got Batman, the Dark Knight, going up against one of the most dangerous men in the Marvel Universe, Taskmaster. Who wins? Well, that is what we are all here to find out. And also, just a little preview for tomorrow's episode. It is the most dangerous woman in the galaxy going up against somebody. Who is it? First one to get it right gets a shout out. So let's get started. Bruce Wayne, who witnessed the murder of his billionaire parents as a child, swore to avenge their deaths. He trained extensively to achieve mental and physical perfection, mastering martial arts, detective skills, and criminal psychology. Costumed as a bat to prey on criminals' fears and utilizing a high-tech arsenal, he became the legendary Batman. Though he doesn't possess any innate superhuman abilities, Batman is considered by many to be one of the most dangerous and powerful men in the world. Due to his intense training and regimen, Bruce has accomplished feats that many people would consider to be superhuman. He can bench press at least 1,000 pounds and can move over 1 ton with his legs. He's an accomplished gymnast and acrobat, and is actually incredibly fast, both on his feet and in combat. He's actually fast enough to dodge point-blank gunfire before, and has actually caught one of Green Arrow's arrows before in midair. Batman is said to have been trained in 127 different forms of martial arts, and his primary style of combat is a mixture of judo, ninjutsu, taekwondo, jujutsu, boxing, karate, and dragon-style kung fu. However, he's known to change up his fighting style in order to remain unpredictable. He also knows every pressure point in the human body, which can lead to numbness, dizziness, unconsciousness, and even temporary paralysis. Bruce is a master of stealth, having been able to vanish in plain sight before, and groups of superheroes have even been unable to locate him. His accuracy is said to be on par with Green Arrow, and he's an excellent strategist and always keeps multiple steps ahead of his opponents. The bat suit is designed to be tear-resistant, bulletproof, and immune to temperature extremes, although it has shown some vulnerability to sharp objects like knives. Batman has tons of different gadgets, like magnets, sonic weapons, grapple guns, smoke bombs, tranquilizer darts, every kind of battering you could ask for, miniature explosives, and incendiaries. And then in the other corner we have a Taskmaster. Tony Masters, also known as Taskmaster, possesses the ability to absorb knowledge and instantly replicate the combat skills of anyone he observes. He has used these skills as a teacher to many supervillains, henchmen, and even some heroes. In order to clean his record, he started working for the U.S. government as a combat instructor. Then, due to a set of events, he was ultimately put in as a sheriff of the criminal island known as Bagalia. But he currently serves as Madame Hydra's personal bodyguard. Now, Taskmaster has what he calls photographic reflexes, which means that after seeing someone perform an action, he can perfectly copy that action. He's gathered an impressive list of people that he has copied their skills, including Captain America, Hawkeye, Daredevil, Iron Fist, Punisher, Wolverine, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man, and even Hulk, Thor, and Scarlet Witch. Except, here's the catch. He can only mimic abilities as far as his body will allow him to. So like he can copy Spider-Man's fighting skills, but he can't copy his strength or spider sense. And just because he can copy a skill doesn't necessarily mean he knows what's needed to do it. For instance, he can copy a famous pianist's performance, but he doesn't know how to read sheet music. Taskmaster also watches a lot of TV and movies to study superhumans, athletes, soldiers, stuntmen, and all that. And he can also watch the video and fast forward, which gives him the ability called double time and gives him super speed for short periods of time. Taskmaster carries a really large arsenal on him, and has weapons similar to Cap's shield, Black Knight's sword, Daredevil's billy clubs, and Hawkeye's bow and arrow. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, the first question we've got to answer is who is greater physically? Well, I gotta go with Batman here. Bruce has been able to punch through bazooka-proof glass, he's dodged machine gun fire, and he's even blocked bullets with his gauntlet before. He's just stronger, faster, and more agile than Taskmaster is. But on the other hand, you really cannot underestimate Tony here. His strength and durability aren't as great, but he is very fast and has great reflexes. He's been able to evade venom and has swatted away bullets with a chain. And that's not even taking into consideration Taskmaster's ability to double time. But they are comparable enough to where I don't think strength, speed, or durability is going to be the deciding factor in this fight. Now what's fun and interesting about this fight is that both of these guys have the potential and ability to beat the other. Taskmaster is insanely skilled. He has pretty much all the skills and abilities of most of the top tier heroes in the Marvel Universe and has fought against Captain America, Daredevil, and Black Widow. Taskmaster also has a simple yet effective and versatile arsenal. He has a sword, shield, bow, and baton, and if you throw in a couple of trick arrows, then he can fight on a lot of different fronts. With Taskmaster's skill and arsenal, he has the means and ability to beat Batman. But Bruce is very skilled too, and knows 127 different forms of martial arts, and even knows over 400 ways to incapacitate someone without even spilling blood. Then you've got his arsenal of different batarangs, different types of gases, sonics, chiropellets, and flashbangs. Overall, a very versatile bag of tricks. Now on paper, Taskmaster has what it takes to surprise Batman in a random encounter and take the edge in the fight. This is a classic case of where Batman faces down against a villain and loses on the first encounter, but then Bruce is able to beat him the second time around. Or it would be, if not for one little fact. Taskmaster can sometimes be a bit of an idiot. Really an idiot on two fronts. First, Taskmaster is very proud of his abilities and will brag about them to anyone who will listen, including opponents. Now there's really no guarantee that he'll do it in this fight, but he actually does it a whole lot more often than not. And this will not go well for Taskmaster. Bruce is a tactical genius and skilled detective, and he should definitely be able to outsmart Taskmaster. He also has skills comparable to Captain America and Daredevil, who Taskmaster struggled with before, and with Bruce's brilliant mind, equipment, and skill, he should be able to take Taskmaster down. But we've also got to take Tony's ego into account. He has a huge ego, and he's lost to Daredevil twice because he was too cocky. Taskmaster goes into lots of fights thinking that he's already got them in the bag because he has so many fighting skills in his arsenal. He walks around like he's untouchable, but in actuality, he's definitely not untouchable when it comes to fighting other top-tier martial artists. And then since this will be their first fight, Taskmaster will probably be trying to copy him and take some of his moves, which has hurt him before. At the end of the day, Taskmaster definitely has the potential to beat Batman, and this will be one tough fight for both of them, but I think Taskmaster beats himself here, because he'll run his mouth to Bruce, revealing how his powers work, and he'll go into the fight thinking he's already won it, which Bruce is going to be able to take advantage of and out-strategize him. End of the day, I believe Batman wins this one. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button for videos just like this one every single day.